Hi, my name is Andrea Gaughan, and this is my Stoneroller Pullover pattern. In this sweater, I use 6 different colors and change colors every 4th round. This creates a lot of yarn ends, and I'm going to demonstrate the method that I used to weave in these ends as I worked. This results in very few ends that need to be woven in once you finish knitting your sweater. I'm going to demonstrate this in the round, but the same technique can be used when working flat. The only difference is that when working in the round, when there is 1 stitch left in the old color, we're going to catch the yarn tail of the new color on the back of this final stitch. This makes it so that there is no gap at the color change. To do this, when there's 1 stitch left of the old color, break the old yarn tail, leaving a tail about 5 or 6 inches long. Then we're going to take the new yarn and cross it over top the old yarn, making an X. Then work the last stitch of the old color. Now both yarns are attached to the work, and if you don't have them being similar lengths, you can still adjust the new color's tail by pulling it and just adjust it till they're both the same length. Now we're ready to start working the new color. Start by working 2 stitches in pattern. For me right now, this is going to be a knit stitch and then a dip stitch. Now, as we go to work the 3rd stitch, insert the right needle into the stitch to work it, but before working it, take the yarn tails, put them over top the working yarn, and then let them drop to the back. And you can give a little tug to make sure that they're nice and secure, and then finish working that stitch. Now these yarn tails are caught behind that stitch. We're going to continue catching the yarns on every other stitch until the entire yarn tail is woven in. So work 1 stitch as usual. Then on the next stitch, insert the right needle, put the yarn tails up and over the working yarn, let them drop to the back, pull them securely, and finish working that stitch. Work 1 stitch in pattern. For me, this is a dip stitch. And catch the tails on the next stitch. Work 1 stitch in pattern. Catch the yarn tails on the next stitch. Work 1 stitch in pattern. Catch the yarn tails. Now you're going to continue this till nearly this entire length of yarn tail has been woven in, and you only have about a 1/2 inch or inch left. And I want to note, the reason we started catching the yarn tails on the 3rd stitch here is just so that the yarn tails are never being caught in the back of the dip stitch. Now I've finished weaving this yarn tail in, and as you can see, there's only a tiny bit left of these tails poking out. And here's how it looks on the wrong side. And you can either now or later always give this a little tug, and that will tighten it up, and then just stretching out your stitches will result in a nice even tension of those yarn tails with no gap at the beginning of round. And here's a better look at how this beginning of round looks. It's right here, and as you can see, there's no gaps. Here's what the inside of the sweater looks like after this has been done with every color change. You can see all the yarn tails. This is the beginning of round. All the yarn tails are woven in for about 4 to 5 inches. And then there's some little extra bits left, and they can be trimmed when you finish knitting your sweater. And this makes it so that there is barely any ends at all that need to be woven in when you have finished knitting.